Is that one of your favorite costumes?
It is. It's
It's a
super
cool
cool.
costume.
Now, Frigibax is a really cool one too. I like this shiny a lot. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, can you really tell the difference? Kind of how Garchomp is. Not
Yeah.
Gibble, because Gibble's super cool. But that's a really nice shiny. And like you said, the pink on the side, on the fins.
All right, so I see you live on the tube.
Ooh.
It doesn't seem to be working on the Twitch, though.
Maybe it's just not up yet.
No, it says it's like past broadcasts.
The Kyogre one is?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
it's
cool. I
probably
got it.
just delayed a little bit.
Oh, Proper Stevo just literally read message. Zaragoza stream.
What's going on,
What's going
Steve-O?
on? How's it going?
Yeah, we are here in Zaragoza, Spain. We've had an incredible day so far.
It's been really fun, yeah.
Absolutely. Starting off with churros, porras, and chocolate. Then gambas, la plancha.
Which is like grilled shrimp.
Wait, oh wait. This is weird. Look, the chat thing's like right here. Like it won't go to the bottom. Like, you know, when I quick catch and stuff. Like when I do
No.
this to, but it looks like I'll still be able to play. It'll just be right here.
Oh, you mean? Oh, but it was up at the top earlier.
No, at the top it goes there, but
Oh, it
I
just
can
doesn't.
slide it all the way to the bottom, like when I play like down here. And look, now it's like floating there.
Oh, you might need to message them
Oh
about
yeah, I
that.
need
'Cause
a
that's
message
kind
about
of
that. That's a little weird.
that's kind of gnarly. I don't know
Yeah,
how I feel
Spain
about
is
that.
hot. Was it like 97 degrees right now?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it
really
is.
nice
It is
earlier this
cooking.
morning and like this afternoon. It heats up. The hottest point in the day is around like 6 or 7 o'clock.
Which is right
Which
now.
is really weird, yeah.
Hottest point of the day right now. But yesterday I got a Shadow Shiny Magnemite. First shiny of Zaragoza. That is really cool. I actually don't mind it being right there. It's actually a good spot for
Yeah, I
me
guess that's true, yeah.
to have the chat. As long as it doesn't mess up my quick catching and stuff. But how's it going out there in the YouTube and Twitch world? Let's see here. Bernie and I, we got some cool videos to make too. Look, we got this. I need to see who's in my balloon first, though. Before we do. I know we got the raid, but. And what's going on, Agisa? Let's take on Cliff. Take down that dog, Cliff. Roof, roof, roof.
Woof, 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 woof. You got Cliff in your balloon?
I did get Cliff in my balloon. After I've been waiting all day for Cliff. Get Cliff right away in the balloon. We'll see if I can take Cliff out like really fast. And we can go ahead and start doing those raids. There's some loud bells. There we go. Now I got a pretty good gibble. I can't remember, was it here in Zaragoza or was it in Paris?
I can't
We'll have
remember.
to check the location, but it was a 14, 14, 14. If only it had came out 15, 15, 15, that would have been sick. There we go.
Make sure we need to do our daily eventually too.
We do.
Maybe after raid hour we can do that because we can't eat anyway.
Yeah,
Till 7:30,
exactly.
so, do you want
Which
to
is kind of weird. Yeah, we went to go get dinner last night.
It wasn't that late. It was like 6:30.
Yeah, it was like 6, and they're like, no, we open at 7:30. I was like, what?
So we had to like walk around. Like we did some max battles. We like.
Yep.
I think we unintentionally played Spotlight Hour, which is pretty cool too.
Yep. So I actually do want one of those, Steve-O, in addition to. So the Shadow is the first one I'm going for, but if I can get a second one, I actually do. I have a second one that I can. I have a 15, 13, 13 that I can do that with. Yes.
Yeah, because we were just talking. It's funny, Steve-O, because Cream the other day, like right before you got your other good one, you're like, I don't think I'm ever going to get another good Gibble. You literally said that. Then you got the 14, 14, 14, and I was like, well,
yep.
You literally can't get better than
What's
that.
going on, Sydney? Happy
Sydney.
3 months. It's an incredible 3 months.
No, that's amazing.
And now we've come all the way to Spain.
Yeah, we're all the way
all
here
the way to
Zaragoza.
Spain, Paris to Spain, in Zaragoza.
We had a nice train. Oh, I don't think we've updated.
We
everyone.
did, yeah. We
Guys,
took the train here. Train
so
was like
much
way
nicer.
better than flying, and
well,
I mean,
nicer than Romania trains.
Oh yeah, way nicer than the Romanian trains.
They actually have like food and it's comfortable. It was very, very nice.
Whoa, we got this one. We got a 0. Like, I have to check that one out later.
Interesting.
Let's go ahead and do Kyogre. So I want to do this one.
Wait.
No. Unless like the timer's like.
That's true.
Or like Yeah, we can just send
Let's
invites to this
on
one.
this one. Okay.
We'll do it. Oh, you're at camp this week. Hey, that's
Nice.
okay.
What about camps?
Do it online.
Send to online. I don't know how many we have
5.
online.
Wait, get Steve-O. Steve-O's online, but not online.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. Oh, Mr. Switz made it on. First live in like 2 weeks.
How's it going?
Wait, it's an incredible live. It's a Zaragoza live.
It is a Zaragoza. Okay, so, Mr. Switz, how was your trip?
Yeah, how was the trip?
Cream,
We saw the Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think like at one point the crew was like, "Oh, we haven't seen Mr. Switz." I was like, "No, don't forget, he's on his vacation. He's like having fun with his family.
Yep.
He can't be watching live streams right now."
Yeah,
right
you gotta
now.
take a break from the lives on vacation, but
Yeah, I want to know what you guys thought about it. We like that area.
yeah, GoFax was incredible. You know.
It is incredible.
All right.
We planned out a video of comparing all three because I think it'd be interesting for people to know kind of like what the difference was between all three.
Yeah. Well, we got 9 going in on the first one. I think we're gonna take this thing down quick. I'm going in with Shaman, but then I got Gruff that I could pull out some brick breaks with. Yep.
Wait, I'm gonna use mine.
Oh, that's incredible. I think you went to Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing in Pigeon Forge? Bernie and I like Pigeon Forge. I'm just curious
like
if it was any of the same things that we had done.
I'm curious if you were able to go to the moonshine place.
Oh yeah, the moonshine, Old Smoky Moonshine or something like that.
It's not like we drink
Or
moonshine
or
all the
yeah, or
time,
Yeehaw.
but it's kind of fun to like taste the different moonshine.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take this one down with this Shaman. And, you know, and we're still super excited about the bottle caps coming. I mean, with all of that information out there, and yeah, we haven't streamed since that came out, but it's saying whether or not shadows can or cannot, we'll find out whenever that happens.
We have a very different opinion.
Yeah,
than
we have a different
everyone
opinion.
else. I would say every other creator, but
I'm not accepting it. I'm gonna
I'm not
check.
accepting it
I'm
either.
checking. So I'm checking a shadow first because I'm gonna do Shadow Mewtwo if that is
I might
one
do
that you
Shadow
can
Mewtwo
do.
Also.
Right, but then like if you can't, then I'll probably end up just doing Mew.
Yeah.
Like shiny
like
Mew.
a mythical, yeah.
Yep.
If I can do a shadow, I do a shadow. If not, I think I do the same. I think I do a mythical. Or, I don't know. It's really tough because like the costume shinies are really cool too.
The costume shinies are cool, but I don't think that's giving it that same like Shundo rarity. I think here you're wanting to go for functionality. Because
over
it's
rarity.
because it's getting the train. It's not like, oh, I've got this super rare trained Shundo. It's like, I mean, I guess maybe then it's rare because no one else is training
Or like
it
a
too,
baby,
but
like
it's
a
not.
costume
But it's not
baby.
really in the same category
Yeah.
because that's technically would be like almost like a purchased. I know there's work in there, right? But you do have to like purchase that
I think the
component
idea
to
that
obtain it. So I think
yeah.
functionalities, like
Well,
shiny functionality, is the way to go.
Well, I think the point too is like if you're going to be training it, using it in battles, like you said, it's functional. So if you're using Kyogre in battles or Rayquaza or Mewtwo, not a costume Pikachu. Like I don't use my costume Pikachus in my battles.
Yeah.
Go could be kind of a cool Shundo though.
Yeah, Go would be a cool one.
Or like PvP if
Or
you really
Satitan.
want, like you could get the.
Well, that's with the
card link.
Zygarde. Like I said, Zygarde too. To me, it's a high contender, except for the fact that it's not shiny,
And the shiny will probably
because
come
it
out next year.
requires so many cells,
Yeah.
right? And I have enough to like.
But I also,
level 50
I
and
also
stuff.
think with the golden bottle cap, you shouldn't use it on anything that's like a 14, 14, 14.
Well,
like
we
a
don't know though.
98.
We don't know if we're gonna get silvers.
We
Nothing in
don't,
there
but I feel like
was
with
about
the,
silver.
But I feel like the fact that we're getting something that is a 0 to a hundo, you probably shouldn't just use it for one stat. 'Cause
Yeah.
one stat's good enough. A 98 is good enough.
I get it that you probably shouldn't use it for a stat, but at the same time, if it's someone's favorite Pokemon,
Okay.
and this is this is a guaranteed chance to make it a Shundo, because we get that question all the time, like, what's your dream Shundo you didn't have? What is this? And it's like, I mean, if it's that dream, it's maybe.
I guess that's true.
And will we only be getting one? Because if it's saying as rare as the Master Ball, we've got 4 of those.
Yeah, we haven't gotten them since again.
Yeah, we haven't got them in a sense, so they could,
lot,
yeah.
And then we haven't gotten them ever again.
So it could be like a stint like that, where we get one now, then 2 seasons later we get another one. That would be really cool because then we could get more.
I could see more silvers, and that's what I'm saying. Like a silver would be good for like a 98.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to find out. What does everyone else think about it?
Yeah. What does everyone else think? Does anyone else think we're gonna get silver sometime? There we go. We got the Excellent throw. These things are tough to catch. I'm so spoiled, used to the
Oh
Go
my
Fest
gosh.
easy catch. Just throw a pineapple berry and go.
Right. Tell me about it. Now we do
No,
have
I don't have a level 3 mega water.
Whoa, I don't either, Cream.
Because that's why you
Good
want to do this. You want the
to candy for
yeah,
the Kyogre.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
I think Shadow Kyogre will be coming out.
Yeah, and like
Do you think
raids.
so? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Get Shadow Shiny Kyogre, that'd be sick.
Now, I'm just like a little bit like, I have a feeling that we're going to be getting something like really good right after everyone has to use their bottle caps. Like, because July 6th
I think so too, yeah.
is the EV Calm Day, and I'm like, is there going to be something? Look at those boys putting their scooters like up to take pictures. Do you see that? Like, they're
I do
stacking
see
their
it,
scooters.
yeah.
That's so fun. They all just like took a picture with it. But I feel
These
like
two
we're,
that jump in here. That's the thing, when you're in low groups of people and people might be raiding, don't jump in to start the timer because you never know if people want to send invites. I want to send the invites out. I don't want the timer to go.
yeah.
Right? So
Now we're on like the less popular side of Zaragoza, I'll say. Not that it's
that
not
is true.
popular,
Yeah,
but
the less popular
but,
side.
like a little bit over is like very, very popular. We'll be
Do
there
we
for our Airbnb
do
though.
we want to well I guess let's let the timer go.
Yeah, and then after this we'll head to the next raid in the middle. Oh, you can see the
Yeah,
lures are coming
exactly.
down though.
Lures are coming down.
The lures are making their way to this side of town.
Alright, here we go. Let me take a look here.
We can hop in in like a second.
Yeah, I don't want to hop in just right towards the end because I want to send out the
Do
invites.
you know 5 of them are gonna do it?
I mean, this is pretty easy. It's not primal.
Oh, I guess that's true. No, they're bailing.
They're bailing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Let's
saying.
hop in and send
Don't
invites.
jump in if you run the timer.
Okay, I'll let you send invites. I'll send to like Steve-O
Yep.
and some other. I'll just send to offline Patreon.
It went through my party though.
Yeah, I gotta heal up.
Yeah, heal up too.
And then, yeah, we can head over that way.
Well, we didn't get a response on the bottle caps. I don't know if there's no excitement for the bottle caps or what's going on. Maybe the chat's frozen. Let me give it a restart, a Rooney, you know?
It's kind of interesting that your chat's where it is.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting that it's done
Oh,
that.
Batsol said hey, by the way. I don't know if you saw
Oh,
Batsol.
what's going on, Batsol? No, that's what I'm telling you. The chat might be froze.
Oh, yeah. And we had a couple people say hey on the YouTube.
What's going on, everybody on the YouTube?
Wave.
We got a lot in here. Batsol's on.
Oh, yeah, we got 11. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. Everyone that was waiting probably didn't know said
we
that
were in
about the
town.
timer. So,
Send invites.
you know, yeah, you gotta send invites. They'll go too quick. They're like, everyone in that last raid, we just jumped in. It's like, everyone can't just jump in the next one. You got the timer.
People aren't catching. Do people not catch?
Do you think so?
I noticed like a habit of some people.
Oh, I remember that when it was the Shadow Lugia. No one caught.
I just don't get that. Like, how do you have enough candy to just be like, you know what, I'm not gonna catch?
I don't think the chat reset itself. Let's see. Let's try one more time. All right, everybody out there in the chat land, if someone can send me a chat and we can see, or Bernie, even if you want, well, I guess you're in the raid.
Yeah,
We got
Riley,
15.
help me out.
Yeah, you want to stay in. You want to stay in the raid.
Oh no.
What's going on? You got
This whole thing.
this Shaman to be a cool one to bottle cap too.
I think Shaman would be a really cool one. But is your Shaman a really good Shaman though?
Yeah, it's a 93.
Yeah, it's like a silver bottle cap potential maybe.
Possibly. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that when people would do that, but it's like, man, the Stardust, candy, all of that, like the resources that you get from catching it, at least getting a ball out there, not just trying to run from it. I mean, that is insane.
And at least like during GoFest, if you do get the bottle cap deluxe, you're gonna get extra candy for. Well, that's just for completing raids, but
Oh yeah.
for in person was for catching is when we got the bonus. That's why we have so much candy. Like
But seems like even then the bottle caps are just that much more expensive because you're gonna have to complete the task to even obtain that bottle cap at whatever
and
rank
you have
it
to
is.
complete it within the weekend, like within the week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we'll probably end up getting it right away. And
Yeah.
and the price is pretty high. But at the same time, for an item like this that's going to be insanely rare, and to be able to use it, especially if people have played from day one and have something that could have just been a shundo, and now this is the chance to make it.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Yeah. I think one person was like, they don't raid a lot, but they still want to do it. Should they get it? I would say there's something that you absolutely like want, but just know that you might have to do more raids just because
Just
like
to get it, yeah,
just to
just
get
during
the
this
tasks done.
instance.
Yeah, like
I'd plan for that. I'd plan to do some raids if I, with getting it. That's what I'm saying. You do get some good stuff with the pass.
I think the
It,
benefits
wait,
are
it,
really
it
good,
also
yeah.
does come with the extra raid passes, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
You get one free raid pass a day at rank 10.
Well, that's what I'm saying. One
Yeah.
free raid pass a day, so there'll be a couple extra raid passes
yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
People
So
are making their way
so
down.
you can at least get that, right? What do you mean, like the lures or something?
Yeah, the lures are coming down now.
The lures.
It was crazy.
But it is. I mean, it is crazy, like with a high price on there. But I don't think it's too out of price. Now, if it was like $100, that would have been insane. But 20
100 would have been a lot.
in comparison to all the other rewards that we've had.
A lot of people have also made the argument of like, think about how many people raid to get a shundo and how much money they spend just to raid for like a potential shundo.
Yeah, because we've done
like
so many raids,
really
and
isn't. Like,
I've never got a shundo from raids.
yeah, and I've just gotten one.
Yeah.
So what, 7,000 raids, and let's just say
Across 8,000
yeah,
on there.
that's kind of a lot.
Really, even more than that. That's 8,000 legendary. Now we're talking about all the other ones we've done, like 3 stars and costumes and stuff. Okay, Mr. Switz is going to go with Shiny Rayquaza. I think that's a good one. That is a good one to go ahead and get that shundo on there.
Like that perfect stat
to work on it with.
It's not like I said, a 98. That's just too close to.
I would say if anyone has like local communities, go ahead and work out some trades now to get whatever. Like, let's say if someone has something with like a background on there, or this work, go ahead and do those trades before the bottle cap comes, so you can get that Pokemon and work on it. What's going on, Mish? How's it going?
Tell us if service is good. Just that would be good to know.
Yeah, well, we've got one bar right here, so I don't know how good the service will be right here. And we're getting closer to that next raid.
I think we should be able to reach it. Yeah, I can reach it, but 2 people are in.
Again?
Leave, yeah.
Is it early?
No, it's like midway.
Midway?
I mean, we could probably send invites if you wanted to.
Yeah, do you on private group it?
Yeah, let's private group it, then we can open
Yep.
it.
Okay, so Steve-O's trading a Zacian for an armored Mewtwo.
Oh, whoa!
That's pretty good trade. New Charmander, Bulbasaur Charmander. So if you do that, are you going to bottle cap the Mewtwo? Okay, that's all saying service is fine, even with 1 bar.
Okay. It's just one of those things. So we have a couple like big streams coming up this weekend and next weekend, so we need to make sure we know our dead zones.
Yeah, if we can find anyone that wants to trade us an Arbor Mewtwo this last minute before.
I mean, I guess we had one person who mentioned it, but I don't know. I guess we were like waiting, but maybe we could have done that. But I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. I guess my only thing is like with the like I'd want to do a shiny legendary.
Yeah, I want to do the shiny too. Okay, you're gonna lucky trinket, so you're hoping for 100. That's worth a lucky trinket.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, what year is it from though?
Yeah, think about what year. If it's from 2019, won't it automatically go lucky if you haven't done all those trades?
It should, yeah.
Go and send down these. And then I'll probably open it up because these aren't like filling up like crazy fast or anything, you know.
Did you open it up?
I'm opening it up now.
Okay.
So we got 7.
And we got 2 down here.
Yeah, and 2 down there.
Water feature always there? I don't remember.
Yeah, I would. So that's the thing. I'm really hoping that for Shadow Mewtwo. It just comes out. So this is what Bernie and I said. Data miners were the only ones saying that you can't do shadows. And then all of a sudden you've got a couple, they'll say influencers, putting that information, which I think they're getting that info from. So we're basing this solely off the data mine.
And the data mine,
Check the posts that we put in the sub chat and the Discord. Read that and see exactly what they said. Very interesting on that retracted statement. Yeah. So that is really interesting. And Mish, we're going to be in Zaragoza until July 20th, so quite some time.
For a little over a month.
Yeah, we're close to a month. Or yeah, a little over a month.
A little over a month.
Yeah.
Because, like, so the thing is, though, maybe in the future they have the code ready for, like, no shadows, right? And maybe that was the original plan.
Yeah, maybe this first one you get shadow or something.
And maybe with the silver caps, maybe you can't do it on shadows. Maybe there'll be more stipulations.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. Yeah, if there's something along those lines, or maybe the tasks are going to be kind of difficult to. And so for them being incredibly difficult, maybe they made the decision that you could just do it on anything, that you really can do any Pokemon. Because the marketing thing, it does that. It just says any Pokemon. What's going on, MG Dara?
So here's one thing. I was looking at the information for like GoFest, for Global GoFest, and there's something with the Zacian and Zamazenta about there's like the asterisk and the carrot, right? Like when you look at the raids, the asterisk is for the shiny and the carrot is for like how you'll actually catch the Zacian and Zamazenta. So there's no asterisk, there's no carrot, there's nothing. They don't exclude that information usually in the official news post.
Exactly.
In my opinion, I'm not playing the Yamper event assuming, oh, did they forget to tell us it's shiny? Exactly. And I'm also not doubting that Furfrou is going to be boosted. Now they might forget to turn it on. That's different. Yeah, but I'm not doubting the news press. The fact that we're all doubting the news press because of a few people with the data miners is very interesting.
It's very interesting for everyone.
If that makes sense, and that's like where my logic is right now.
But this is what we're going to see. This is why Bernie and I do the things the way we do and kind of say what we say. I mean, the leaks are for funsies. I mean, it is kind of fun seeing what might come.
The leaks are
right,
cool.
But you
like,
can't,
it gets you excited.
Base actual decisions off a leak, though, right? So that's what we're saying.
And if you read the post, it also says not to trust any third party. So, like, it also means us, right? It's saying only read the news post. That's the only official information we have. Nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you want to head down here?
Yeah.
Cindy's saying the mic's cutting in and out, but I didn't use it. I didn't use any of those cables.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
that mic?
I used long cables.
Do you just want to unplug your phone then?
Yeah,
it should be that mic.
We just unplug. Okay, we'll try that and see. We'll do a raw stream without the mic plugged in.
Let's keep track of that mic then.
Yeah. You know what? That is okay. That is exactly what we said too, Basil. Because the statement was what the Pogo team mentioned that Shadows won't be able to.
It's such a short mention. There's no.
Yes, such a short mention. And what we're saying about that too is, what if that was the original plan and there was a change of plan before the marketing material came out? And like, do you call that person back and say, hey, I know I said this and when we chatted, but that's not true, right? So there's a difference in like content creation and whatnot. So that's what we're thinking. We're not. So it's. Let's say all the comments come on our TikTok videos with they're like, oh, you're wrong, you can't do shadows this. It's not like we look just so stupid saying shadows are on there. It's just a free conversation of saying, hey, the marketing material says any Pokemon, why not? We would like to do shadows, and it's not explicitly stated.
Well, then this is also where Cream and I are saying too, is like, if it's not stated and people are making a decision that they say any, because not everyone watches content.
Here are we going to? Which way are we going? Or where we go?
So could that be then a lawsuit?
I don't know.
Niantic's not going to want to do that.
Yeah, or Scopely now, right? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing on there. I mean, for an expensive ticket like that, the marketing material needs to be clear. If shadows are not, because what if there's someone out there that only buys this
because of the shadow?
Because they want a shadow because it says any Pokemon.
Or what if they don't buy it because everyone online has been like, well, it says no shadows, and they find out it can be shadows?
Exactly.
How horrible would that be?
Yeah, missing out on there. So, because that's my thing. Like, I'm not going to be like heartbroken. Well, I mean, I will be like a little heartbroken if we can't do shadows. But if we can't do the shadow, I'm going to do Shiny Mew.
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty good second best one for me. Like, I like Mew, right? Mew is really cool. Mewtwo comes from Mew. So that's why I'm going to go Shiny Mew. The only thing is I haven't dumped enough XL candies into it to level 50 yet. So that's going to be a new grind of...
Yeah. I don't have enough XL for that one.
Yep.
Okay, do we want to do... We have time to do just one more if we hop in.
And it also comes from how information is. What if they ask the team, can you do shadows? And they're like, we don't know yet, or something. It's something not clear, and they took that as a definitive. Shadows will not be hyper trainable. I don't know.
Or maybe they saw the comments online that people were upset and asking about shadows, and like, well, it seems like people want shadows. I don't know.
Yep. That is true. It is hard with it only being one, doing that one putt. But we think these are going to, I do think we're going to get more than one gold bottle cap. Not like right now, but like we got more than one Master Ball. So it could be at the end of the year. You could get one during Go Fest next year, with it being year 10. I think something like that could happen. But we don't. So I'm just thinking right now, if we do get it and it does do Shadow Mewtwo, and then of course when you get the second one, I do Shadow Lugia probably.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Do it. Limit the free one and have a gold one on any Pokemon. Any.
That's how I feel
truly
like it is.
Any. Because when you say, let's say you're reading it and it says any Pokemon. Does that mean, you can because it's still Mewtwo, but then it's excluded because not Shadow, saying any type of Pokemon? Because you could still bottle cap a Mewtwo, just not a Shadow. That's getting into some really weird semantics.
I would think that they would have an asterisk because they did make the caveat it just has to be good buddy. So I'm just saying, like, they've given us enough information of like what would qualify.
Well, what did the leaks say is buddy level?
I don't remember.
Does anyone know that, of what the data mine leaks for the bottle cap, if they specified a certain buddy level? Because I know they mentioned that, and all of us have had this cap tag and kind of increasing buddy levels, but good buddy is so low.
You just need to give it like a berry.
Yep. I hope so too, Batzel. I hope we get nice, tough challenges that are not time locked.
Yeah, the time lock's going to be annoying.
Like, even if it's something that's like, earn a certain platinum badge. I know it has nothing to do with the buddy, but it's like, it'd be horrible if it's the platinum buddy badge.
My thing, though, is, work on your buddies during Go Fest. I'm just saying, you get that huge bonus, get pop-ins now, work on that, switch your 20.
What if that is it? What if they're giving the buddy bonus not because you need to have that buddy at a certain level, because you need a buddy platinum badge or gold or something there? That would be,
I don't know.
That would be crazy, because that is a tough badge to work on. I think I'm only up to 78 buddies.
But also, though, like, I could see it being time locked, though, just because people can easily get some of these tasks done with unfair gameplay.
But why would you time lock if it has to be done in a year? This one, they're going to, like, why would you hold it out? Let's say it takes 9 months to do, right? So I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying someone could easily walk 3,000 miles with a buddy.
3,000 miles with a buddy?
Let's just pretend that's it. Something ridiculous.
With like the swinger things.
Or like a spoofer tool.
Some tool or something.
Yeah,
I think I saw that for like doing tasks with your buddy, like you're saying there, Batsoul, for certain stats, like spin Pokestops with your buddy or battle in a gym with your buddy, and those all make sense because you're hyper training in a Pokemon, right? You're like, it kind of makes sense to be your buddy.
To be there as your buddy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It may be the end, the buddy needs to be all the way to best buddy for that last level.
But also, maybe they're giving you the buddy boost so that way, like, that buddy that you're working with, you'll just get more hearts with, so you can get it to best buddy faster. I don't know.
Yep. Hopefully there's nothing in there that's like power up that Pokemon.
I don't think
Because
so.
like if you already have it level 50, then you're like, now you're just like, I can't actually get it because I had powered it up all the way.
None of those tasks, that doesn't fit any of the task examples that they gave us.
Yeah, but like I said, I highly encourage looking at that post Bernie did in the Discord sub chat, showing the message with the team. With that retracted statement, we were like, whoa, are we the only ones onto this about shadows? Because it seems to be that way.
Everyone is so dead set that shadows are not included.
And you know what I said about that too? A large part of the community don't even like shadows. They don't do rockets. They're like, it's a shadow Pokemon, I'm going to purify. They don't like shadows at all. So it's like, why are we getting the hate on these shadow Pokemon on there? Because I particularly like the shadow Pokemon. And everyone knows that. And what's going on, Lucas?
How's it going, Lucas?
Thanks for joining the stream.
We're going to find out really soon and a little bit earlier about this. I think we might even get the extra 10 ranks just to get there faster.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking,
Because I'm now like, I don't know. I'm not going to say I'll be disappointed if shadows aren't, but I will be prepared that shadows won't be.
That's what Steve-O's even saying that too. That's true. So is it people and Niantic / Scopely They all like literally nobody likes shadows except for me. Why are they even in the game if nobody likes them?
Why do they do these?
Why did they tease me with this? Like, oh, you got shadow Pokemon. I'm like, I've always liked Pokemon. Now they got shadow. Those are the coolest. I like those the most.
I do think a lot of people do a Shadow Mewtwo.
Yeah, I'm doing. Yeah, for sure doing Shadow Mewtwo. But the only thing is, like, when I look at it, when you look at the task on here, okay, like attack is like battling with buddies and stuff. So I would get the attack on here, and then we've got defense. So I wouldn't have to do any defense attacks. It's already the HP. Those are ones like exploring.
That's gonna be the
so like
hardest
5
one.
candy. So let's say if it's like get candy with your buddies, 5. That's 100 kilometers.
Well,
a lot of walking.
We're going to be doing a lot of popping.
Yeah, I know. We have to do poffins and walk with it and see if we need it. Or maybe I mean, that's the only thing. I'd rather do that one because it's already level 50 instead of choosing a different Mewtwo. All right, because I have some other ones I could do that are not best buddy and say, okay, I could work on and get this one so I could have a level 50 in that, but I don't have the candy. I'd have to drop all the XLs into it. So I'd rather have...
Oh, you have no XL candy.
Yeah, I know. I spent all the XL candy.
I need some too, in general.
You have 312 XL Mewtwo candy still? Mm-hmm. That's insane.
Yeah.
How many Mewtwo's have you level 50?
Only 2.
Oh, I've level 53 of them.
Okay, yeah.
1 purified and 2 shadow.
I've only done 2.
Okay.
Look at the lures now. Do you see them?
Yeah, no, look. So when you're in Zaragoza, you see things like this. 1-3, 5-4-3, V, ARF. Let's see if it's a different... Yeah. Are these just made up like when you hit on the keyboard a bunch of numbers?
I have a really good example I can put in the sub chat. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
1-1-3-5-1-7.
0-20. It's because our theory is that people have bots, and
Here, show these two. I'll show you.
Which one?
This one.
That the bot just comes on with this
number, so you can see 1-3-5-1-7
this
VMN.
Generated account.
And then this one.
And comes on and drops on a lure for free or something. And then they take their main account and walk through and just grind all the buddies and Stardust. And we're like, that's so silly. Why do people do it like that? It's just a game. Just have fun playing the game.
It seems like a lot of effort.
Yep.
I mean, like, I'm excited to take advantage of everyone else putting lures down, but like...
This is what, and Bernie and I, we thought about this. We're like, what if we, since we're in Zaragoza, what if we play like spoofers? Like, if we watch the spoofer and we're like, oh, this is what they do. They drop 1,000 lures or something. Well, what if we drop 1,000 lures and walk through and do it and see? You want to do this one right here?
The further one?
Yep. Well, no, it's the only one that
yeah,
popped up. It's going to have the thing on there. That would be crazy to play like that and see is there an advantage. But I guess really we don't have to like drop the lures. We just follow their lures.
Yeah,
we just need to go there.
They make a pattern.
Yeah, they drop.
But you can see them moving.
Yeah, they drop the lures for us. We're going to hunt down that player. What if they give us the shiny? The intent is for them to get the shiny and we get shundos. We're following them through campfire. Where are you at?
I want to meet up.
Yeah, meet up here and trade. That's a really cool water feature.
Yeah, I don't remember that last year. I think they were...
I don't remember them running water on it last year, but...
I think they were fixing it up.
Yeah.
What time is it for everyone? What time is it in the U.S.? 12?
It should be. Yeah, is it 12:31?
Yeah.
Because I know it was 6 hours in Paris. Is it still 6 hours here in Spain? From the East Coast? I don't know at what time zone everyone else is in. What's going on, Warspick?
How's it going?
Yep. Yeah, that's
nice
what...
meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Yeah, I don't get this spoofing thing either. To me, it's like the whole joy of the game is getting out and playing with people and meeting people. Because like other games I played, StarCraft 2. I played a lot of StarCraft 2. I never met anyone. I didn't make any friends. I don't know anyone else. Well, I had that one colleague I played StarCraft 2 with, but I never made game friends.
Like friends.
Yeah, playing that game and like going somewhere. And if I did, I would think I'd want to meet people. And like with Pogo, you go to the event. Okay, so it is 12. Yeah, so 6 hours.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Batzel. Yeah, getting to meet people and, hear stories and why people like Pokemon. You trade Pokemon. It's a lot of fun. I mean, the whole thing about it is like community. You like Pokemon, you go in community.
Yeah.
That's Pokemon Go. Right? I feel like if you wanted to play that way, like the spoofer, why not just play the mainline series on like Switch or something?
Yeah. I guess it's a different type of game though too. I don't know. I just think the spoofer logic is kind of interesting.
It is interesting.
It's just it's like a very different way to play the game, and it's like I don't really quite get it.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. What if we had someone that came on the chat and they were like,
no, this is how you do it?
Yeah, they created an account just to chat with us legitimately, and we had an interview with the spoofer, and they're like, I do it because I like this or whatever, and they just let us know, right?
Yeah, I think I'd like to know.
Yeah, let's hear from someone, if they could come over some undisclosed account that we don't know who you are, and they chat with us and let us know. What's going on, Apex VR?
How's it going?
What are your motivations for not playing legitimately? Because we know our community is all about legitimate gameplay, and that just makes it so much fun.
I mean, it's a good advantage for us, like taking advantage of the people dropping the lures, though.
Well, we come here because this is the I don't know what you say, the best place. Yeah,
everyone's the best place to play Pokemon Go.
The thing is, it's like Go Fest level
like
playing
Go Fest level every day.
On a regular day.
That's what I'm saying. Like last night, like what was even spawning? That's like what is going on?
We would have played Spotlight Hour here if we didn't get here so late on the train. We had to go to dinner.
And we didn't get our data yet, so we just got our data today.
Yep. And what's going on, Jake Sanchez?
How's it going?
Thanks for joining the chat. But I remember playing Makuhita Calm Day here. Or not Calm Day, a Spotlight Hour, and it was like a Calm Day. We're going to play Jangmo-O Calm Day here. I'm
kind of scared.
I'm gonna Shundo hunt. Like, we have to. What if we get Shundo? Because we played 3 Go Fests. I didn't get a single Shundo.
But you got a Shenando.
I've only got 1 Shundo this year, and it was from a trade during the Unova tour. I did get the Shundo.
Which some would argue is like extremely rare.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. All the memories from traveling, all the fun stuff, all the good places you go, the things that you eat. That's like Bernie and I's favorite thing that we like to do when we go out is like eat food and travel places. And we've already done that here in Zaragoza. If it wasn't for Pokemon Go, I would still come to Zaragoza. This is one of my favorite cities in Spain.
It's a really nice city.
Yeah, it's an incredible city here.
Okay, do we want to do this next one?
All right. You want to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know what G-Tag content creation is. That's right, all the memories and everything there. Yeah, and I'm curious about the competitive side of Pogo, of how legit a lot of that is, because it's interesting that the events line up with things like Go Fest, because wouldn't you be out grinding and doing things for the dust, the candy, the Pokemon? So, like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
It is interesting that all the championships are always during like an in-person event.
Yeah. And Master League is my favorite league. And so I have a lot of hundos of everything. You know, you have hundo this, and it's like, oh, how do you get hundos of all these really good Pokemon? We do a lot of things for hundos. But when I come across like back-to-back teams of shundos on there, it's like, come on, you've got shundos of like all of these and whatnot. Oh, Gorilla Tag. Oh, we used to play Gorilla Tag. Yeah,
we used to play Gorilla Tag.
Yeah, we used to play a ton of Gorilla Tag. We'd play with our nephew. This was when Gorilla Tag
during
first
COVID.
Came out, like during COVID.
2021.
Yeah.
Is when I played. OG
times. Yeah,
I wouldn't even know what Gorilla Tag's like anymore.
I don't even know what it would be like. I haven't played VR in so long. I guess we don't really have a place to play VR. That's why we don't anymore. But if we had a place to play it, I would, because I really like VR.
Because both of us play, so we need enough space for the
2
both
of us.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Gorilla Tag's one of those games that's a little physical. Like if
you
don't have enough space, you will like punch the wall. Or something.
I know. I remember I knocked over a stand in the living room.
I think I broke a glass.
Yeah.
Once.
Just running around the room. We got 12 in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zaragoza is an incredible city. The only thing is hot. It's 97 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. And there's concrete, or I guess concrete. I don't know what this type of marble or whatever. All types of things around here just reflecting the sun. It's like a sun pit.
It was nice up until like 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
Then
up
it
until
got
2
really-
o'clock, and then now it's a little oven right here. No
That's
green,
like
no
the-
green space.
That's the worst part from like 2 to 5 or like
Yeah,
big
for a lot
events,
of the
and you're like,
cities.
"Ooh."
But that was cool that we were able to take a train from Paris to Barcelona, and then we took a train from Barcelona to Zaragoza.
It was easy. It was really comfortable, actually.
Yeah. It was a lot better than the plane travel, because the plane travel, I mean, the seats are just so tight. And I'm curious, it's like, why are the seats so comfortable on the train here? Because why couldn't you have comfortable seats like that on a plane?
Yeah.
Yep. We are in Zaragoza, Spain right now. And we'll be in Zaragoza, Spain for about a month. Man, this thing's just going through my party over here. I got all the way to my my buddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got my buddy in my party. I'm gonna try to survive and do some damage with my buddy. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. But yeah, so back to the bottle cap thing and whatnot. If the tasks are like really difficult, which we would like for them to be very difficult, I'm just curious how many tasks in the future are we gonna have things of like certain platinum badges. I don't know if this would have platinum badges because it's time like for a year. Like you have a year basically to finish it.
X amount of hearts with your buddy being one.
Yeah, X amount of hearts with your buddy. But we saw that with the Meloetta research that you needed to have the idol. So if you weren't working on that platinum badge, you were just stuck.
Yeah.
So we got to get past all those platinum badges. And that buddy one is a huge task.
Anyone online remember when GoFest raids start?
Yeah, does anyone remember what time raids start for GoFest Global? I don't remember them starting early in the morning. I remember them starting at 10 a.m. or whenever the event starts. Yep. Yeah, if only we had such funds that we could just drop it on renting a random apartment to play VR in. That would be cool.
Well, we'll start a Kickstarter.
Yeah, Kickstarter. Bernie and Cream play VR in Zaragoza.
Well, we have to have a headset too. We don't have a headset.
Yeah, we gotta do the whole thing. We'll do a GoFundMe or Kickstarter or something.
Can you imagine playing VR in that last Airbnb we stayed at?
Oh no. Whew. For sure not.
Close enough to...
Yeah, we might be able to reach it from here without walking down there.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
We can?
Yeah, you want to hop in?
Yep. And Steve was saying possibly at 7, but that's early in the morning too.
Does anyone like remember?
Yeah, does anyone like know for sure? Like, cause did anyone wake up and like do, 5 or 6 a.m. raids?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, cause I know since we did the GoFest, we didn't wake up and raid that early.
Well, I'm saying like I just feel like they didn't start that early, but I don't remember. Like I can't
Yeah.
remember anymore. Oh, we were looking at the GoFest stuff, and we do have some.
Oh
tips
yeah, we do.
on,
We have some tips and strategy already lined
yeah,
out.
We're planning the video. I mean, you can
That
give
was
a
it.
little
Yeah,
tip
we
right
can give
now.
we can give some tips on it. So basically, like the way that we played in person, we needed to know what we were going after and how to go after it. Right? It wasn't like, hey, just show up and play. It was like, hey, if you're doing raids, you raid before. If you're catching, then you catch during the event. Then you can raid on those outer skirts. So there's certain Pokemon like shiny Torkoal. Well, that's only going to be on incense, and it only shows up on incense during a certain habitat.
Which is the only habitat with carbing.
Yes, the only habitat with carbing. So we're like, oh, you need to know the habitats and their hours, and you need to choose which ones you want to raid during. Like if you need to skip a habitat and not raid so that you can run your incense and catch to get those shiny Pokemon, because we want to get that shiny Torkoal.
So for example, at 10 a.m., you run your incense to get the Torkoal and the Carbinks, and maybe the next habitat, that's when you raid, because you don't really care as much about those rarer spawns.
Yes, yes.
Because Carbink isn't in raids, but Frigibax is in raids. So if you need to do
exactly,
a Frigibax
yeah.
raid
So
for the shiny, you
picking
can do
your
that.
habitats to catch an incense or to raid and to plan that out. Like someone bailed out on us. We had 6. We can. I mean, Bernie and I could duo this. So I don't know who got scared.
Spoofers.
Yeah,
Spoofers.
those illegitimate players out there. They didn't know this was a Bernie and Cream raid. A duo, like we could do it even with just like fun parties and stuff, like the Shaman.
Could we?
Yeah, I'm sure we could, because we got party mode. Party mode makes it like almost like 4 people. And it's type effective.
I hope that makes sense what we're saying.
Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. So we're going to put the video on it together. But like if there's certain ones that you're really wanting.
Like Pachirisu.
Yeah, like Pachirisu, Chorkle, or Mienfu or something. You have to look at the habitats. You have to look at which hours those habitats are going to be in effect and plan your raiding and incense with it. So might want to go ahead, to go ahead and get started on that. Maybe we can do that and write it out.
Yeah.
Because I know I want shiny Torkoal, and it'd be good to get extra shiny Pachirisus because I only have one.
I only have one too. That's
Yeah.
a trading one.
Yeah, I know. Because I'd like to get one for those.
I think like that's like for like an in-person
bargains.
event. Yeah, that's like the bargaining one is the Pachirisu.
Yep. Okay, I think everyone's saying 10 a.m. even for the raids.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think raids start at 10 a.m. That's a different strategy. The in-person
That is a
events,
different.
that's when you raid before.
Yeah, before and after. But like if you're only doing global, then that means you're gonna have to plan those raids during the event. And like I said, knowing those habitats of like what you might want to miss out on is while you're raiding. Is going to be a good way to go into it.
This might be when you really do use your Go++ with the click to catch or cure them with your Go++ running.
Exactly.
Like, it's going to be hard to do as much raids as you need for the candy.
Yeah, getting all that energy. Yeah, exactly.
I think if you're not prepared enough, you're going to be like, I don't have enough XL candy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with that. Because I think there were a lot of people even last year that
didn't get the energy.
Yeah, we're just on the edge of getting their Necrozma energy, and it's like, man, if you're like there's 1 or 2 raids off, and not getting that energy.
But also with the trinket though, let's say you go and you get your shiny Zacian, you use not your trinket, your bottle cap, then you don't have to really raid that anymore if you get the candy.
That's true.
That's up to you though. It's up to
Yep, that is true.
So I do think a lot of people are going to use it on a Zacian. I feel like Zacian, Rayquaza are going to be high ones, mythicals, and then if Shadow Mewtwo.
Yeah, Shadow Mewtwo.
But I think a shiny Zacian is going to be a very high contender.
Yep. Yeah, especially if you didn't go to the in-person one. And we'll see, because like remotes will be unlimited, I believe.
They will be.
And
so you can
if you're wanting to do all of your remotes, like however many remotes you plan out,
you do them in the off hours.
Yeah, you could remote in those off hours,
like join us.
Early, joining us, and then
just catch.
Because
that's like
so it really just depends. Yeah, we'll have to see how much energy you get too. If it is going to be anywhere from like 80 to 120.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be 180. I don't remember that being the high. I thought 120 was the.
I can't remember. I mean, we'll find out.
Yeah, we can look and see. I got 98 on that one. Kyogre was that one I never got above a 93, and I'd done a ton of raids, enough to at least level 51, and then I got the hundo later. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even with the remotes, or not remotes, all the raids, like, let's look at Osaka. Well, I combined my tags in 2025. This was from the in-persons. Let's do it by number. So I know that one's a mirror trade on here. So I did get that one too. Like I mirror traded it. So I got 8 Zamazentas.
Look how many more Zacians you rated. That's crazy.
Yeah, then you got the Zacians. I guess I got 11
but I would say,
Chinese Zacian, and that was also a mirror trade, the other lucky one.
Yeah, but I would say
we did a ton of raids too.
We did. Well,
so doing a lot of raids, and that's not that many. But we were trying to go for the shinies with the backgrounds, and we just didn't get the shiny with the Paris background. Bernie got one. Bernie
got one singular one.
You got one singular. You got the Zamazenta.
It's beautiful. I do like it.
It is beautiful.
I'm so disappointed though.
Yep. I'm gonna do this grunt as we walk back to the other raid. See if we can catch it in time.
I can't catch this. 2341 is not the hundo, right?
No, 2351. So really close. It's a good one.
I have so many.
What do you have? 2 or 3 hundo
Kyogre? I have 3, and then I have like so many shiny Kyogres. It's crazy.
Yeah, Bernie has 3 hundo Kyogres. Why are you even rating this one? You need the candy to power up the other 3?
Like a shadow, yeah. And
oh
the
yeah,
shadow.
That's true. Yeah, in the shadow.
I'd love to get a shiny shadow and power that up.
I'm thinking since we got shiny shadow Regigigas, that with it being the whole year 10 thing, I think we're gonna get shiny shadow, like Kyogre or Groudon.
I think we're gonna get Rayquaza too.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get Shadow Rayquaza too. That's what they're holding off on to for like. I don't. Do you think it'll be at the beginning, so like right after the summer, or do you think Giovanni will get Shadow Rayquaza like next year during the year 10 summer?
I don't know. I could see them bringing Giovanni earlier, so that way, like, then they'll bring the shiny later. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, all the lore modules are done. Oh, no, they've just moved. Do you see that?
Oh, they just moved?
Show everyone how it's moved. It was on this side of town, and now it's, like, moved over.
That's what we're thinking. We're thinking all of this being because we do know next year Go Fest, that's the year 10. That's going to be the banger. So
From
like
the Pogo team.
Yeah, so even the Pogo team mentioned next year being the, year 10 coming up and stuff. So everyone was saying, like, if anyone's ever been interested in going to Go Fest, like, oh, maybe I'll go this year, maybe I'll go next year. Next year, that's when you want to go. That is when you want to go and you want to plan for it. You've got a year or so to start planning and doing that.
Yeah.
That's the one you want to go to. It's going to be a banger.
I think it's going to be fun.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be so much fun.
This year was fun. Even though they didn't do the shiny debut of Zacian and Zamazenta, I think that was like the lamest thing that they didn't do.
Okay, so last year, I think it was October, that is when Zacian and Zamazenta shinies debuted. Why do that last October? Why not wait and do it during this, right?
Unless like it's because we've seen so much candy, I don't know.
Yeah, so I would say for us, yes, Japan was the best experience. So like if that's what you want to go to,
like in terms of, like shiny luck, like
as far as like shiny
stuff.
luck, just the way the cities, like it might not be Osaka, it could be somewhere else, but Tokyo, just the way Japan is laid out for getting around to do raids and catch and how Pokestops and things are, it's just you can just grind it. You can just grind the mess out of it. New York is good because of the amount of people. So like a lot of people in states that play, you get to go there and you get to play with people people in your online
like
communities, right? So like that was cool for us because we had the most of the Burning Cream Go community in New York, and I guess Europe was somewhat of a hybrid of the two. We had enough in our community that we met with, and it was still like a grind and whatnot.
It's like closer to Osaka grind than New York. New York really is more about the rating in a way.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know, it's a very different type of gameplay.
Yep.
I mean, you'll see our stats in the
yeah,
video.
exactly. No one's. I'm just talking
okay.
about it because it's worth mentioning it. So you want to put it out there. If someone's going to say, "No one told me that year 10 would be the best one to go to," I'm telling you now. That's my opinion, of course. Yeah, I know it's hot in these little areas, right? Do we want to do the one on the right? If we're going, is that the? Let's see how close we have to get to be able to reach it. The lures. Look, they're over there now.
We'll zoom into where the raids are.
What do you mean zoom into where?
Show the raids on the screen. Zoom in and look out that way.
Oh, yeah.
They're moving that way.
Yeah, the bots are moving out that way.
Yeah. But you can see them moving through the city. It's quite interesting.
You can see the lures popping up. They're pop, 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 pop.
I wonder if there's a route that they do too.
Yeah. They're doing it all. They're doing a route. They're dropping lures. They're getting the shinies.
Okay. I can't check.
But interesting. Like this is. Oh yeah, here all this. That's all this shiny or all the complaints about the shiny rates during global. They're gonna be there. It is. That's the thing. Like not getting this shiny boost, or does the ticket have a shiny
The
boost?
ticket has a shiny boost, but it's not as good as the
Yeah,
in-person.
not as good. Yeah, the in person.
In person will give you better. If you can sit down here.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Yeah, in person is a better boost. But also, okay, part of it though is because people will be rating more than catching.
That
and
is part of it
they're
too.
just gonna let their Go++ catch with the Pokeball. So part of it is also just like you're not going to get the shinies if you're letting your Go++ catch.
Exactly.
Like, you'll get some, but just not as many.
But if you're Go++, that's probably when you want to use Kyurem to increase that rate.
I agree.
But I feel like Palkia is going to be that much better because, like, if you need to see around the corner, you need to see where that Pokemon is that you're hunting. Like, if there's a Frigibax or a Carbink, Palkia is going to let you see it so you can click on those.
I always feel like those rare ones are always on Palkia.
Yeah, they're always right around the corner. And it's one of those things because I'm not trying to get like a bunch of shiny Chimechos and Scorpies and whatever. I can't even remember what was in the thing, like Electabuzz and which are cool shinies, but like.
And also the Go++ always goes for your instant spawn first. It always will go for like something like the
does.
Torkoal or
the Torkoal, Pachirisu, something like
always.
that. You want to be able to click on the ones that you're shiny hunting for. But the only thing, let's say Frigibax. Frigibax is a cool shiny, but next year we're thinking that's the Comday. This summer, the Dragon Comday, most likely. They could change it up because remember Giovanni had Groudon and then Kyogre, and we didn't get Rayquaza, and we all expected it, but like that's the pattern, and it wasn't there. We always get the Dragon Comday. Would next year? Will we not get? It could happen. I don't know. Ready to take it down.
Mr. Swiss has to mega something.
You gotta mega evolve. Something water. Get those XL candy. Now I'm curious how fast are we gonna get an announcement for level 60? Because this has been rumored for a while, right? Is that come at the end of this year for there, or is it gonna be all the way until next year that it's gonna start for level 60?
I don't know. It could be during the year 10 event because it's like 10 more levels. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But your Shaman's so cute.
It's a good one.
Wait, I love that. I didn't know that's what it looked like when it battled.
That's why I'd like to bottle cap it eventually. But we don't know about getting more bottle caps, right?
I mean, we don't.
And that's the thing, too. A lot of people was thinking, like, bottle caps ruin the game. There are enough Pokemon that it absolutely doesn't ruin the game.
Okay,
right?
because also stats only contribute like a 7% difference
in
the grand scheme of things.
And it's funny seeing the comments where people are thinking, oh, you want this to like last longer in battle or something. No, it's a collection thing. People like having perfect stats.
Well, there's some people
of their favorite Pokemon.
Well, there are some people who do like a 3-star dex. So if you have a mythical that's not a 3-star, this is your opportunity to bring that to a 3-star for that dex entry too.
That is true. Yeah, because they get the mythical that they actually got the shiny 10-10-10 or something. And it registers as a 2-star.
Yeah, or they're trying to do like a shiny 3-star dex or something.
I think my shiny Mew might be a 2-star. I didn't look at that and see.
I think I'm lucky that most of my shiny mythicals are a 3-star, but not very good.
Yeah, people do just like to cry about pay to win, and you know what? It's not even.
But it's not even like a win.
Yeah. I don't understand pay to win if you're not winning, right?
It's not like people are.
Oh yeah, that's all saying the same. There's nothing to win. Yeah,
right?
It is.
Yeah, but
right?
it's like okay.
Like what do you win?
I don't know. Like you get a level 50 Shundo Mewtwo. Like you're not gonna solo something with that. You need like more than just that. I don't know. Like
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. And then people talking about for PvP, I'm like, whoa, do people not know how PvP works? Like, you don't really want a hundo for the Great League or the Ultra League.
Exactly. So you're going to get one Pokemon for the Master League?
That's going to ruin PvP. It's some of the logic has been a little interesting on, like, why
it just shows
allowed.
How it's like a lot of the community is just, I don't know, upset for no reason. Yeah, I agree with that. It is. It's a sandbox game. You can do whatever you want, as often as you want. Like,
You can do
I
it.
remember I watched, I think it was like a Pokédaxi video a long time ago when I first started playing, and it was talking about players' accounts that someone had 151 shiny Chanseys, and
or
they
like buddy chances.
no,
yeah.
and they were named after the Kanto decks, like those Charmander.
I remember that,
and it's
yeah.
like that's probably not the best way to play this game. No one would
That's not how I
recommend
wanna
catching
play.
just shiny Chanseys and naming them after. That's so
Or like a team harmony grind.
that-
Like I don't really see
right.
the value of
But
that.
if someone wanted to do that, it's kind of hilarious. Now that I play more, I don't see that as being legitimate because getting 151 shinies, I mean, they're probably an illegitimate player
I don't
of
know.
that one, right? It's if that's what brings someone joy that they have the Kanto Chansey thing, whatever, right? That's,
Or like a bunch of chances for gyms. Yeah, like you said, like however anyone wants to play the game.
yeah, you get to do what you want. I particularly like shadow Pokemon. Nobody else likes the shadows except for me, even Niantic and Scopely or whoever.
Oh, I got a 14, 14, 14.
Yeah, you got a 14, 14. Yeah, let's take a look at that
Oh, my
shadow.
app is updating.
Let's look at-
Forced update.
Let's look at that shadow Gibble that I got. I think it was this one. So I got this 14, 14, 14 in Paris. So right before we left. That's a really good one. Now I do have one that I can purify now. I think it's this one. Yeah, so I can now purify this 15, 13, 13 so that I can have an extra Hundo Garchomp and a really good shadow. But we can look at what I call the top Pokemon now, keeping track of. They already have one Hundo level 50 best buddy, so I want a second one, and actually a third one. I want one that's purified with return, and I want one that's has ground moves on it. And it's kind of like that with my Tyranitar, because I have a few Tyranitars. Tyranitar is one of my favorites. You can see I have 4 best buddies. So I have this Hundo here. I have a pretty good Shadow. I have a Shadow Shiny and another Hundo. And then I have a Larvitar Hundo as well. So I have 3 of those. Oh, you finally found the shiny Shadow Gibble.
Ooh,
Hey, that's the thing. This
nice.
is the time to go after Gibble for 2 things. The shiny and the IVs. Because they're adding like how Tyrunt is in the Roar pool now. That's all I get is Roar with Tyrunt. So getting Gibble again is gonna be like kinda hard to do, kinda rare. So I'm grinding the mess out of Cliff. I'm hunting that dog Cliff. Yep. But all right, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the raid hour. It was an insane raid hour here in Zaragoza's vein. Let's take a look at my Kyogre candy. Still got to grind more of those. I wish we got to grind Groudon more.
Yeah.
But I'm up to 155 now. But I do already have this Hundo maxed out in Best Buddied. But let's hope I can get more so when I get that shadow.